Hi, Libra-Scorpios. Welcome, welcome, welcome to your timeless astrology reading. For those of you that might be new, my name is Gabrielle, and you are tuned in here to Cusp of Roses, where we do timeless general tarot readings for all 12 cusp zodiac signs, every new and full moon, and every zodiac season. If you're interested in that content, make sure you hit that subscribe button, become a subscriber here. I'd love to have you as a member, an official member of my soul tribe, okay? As I do tend to try my very, very best to kind of center my readings around those who are subscribed to my channel, because I appreciate the energetic support and the love, and that is my way to continue to give that back out to y'all, okay? Anything you maybe need to know about connecting with me here on YouTube or any other platforms are in the description box below, listed in the description box below. Make sure you guys are checking that out. And let's get started, Libra Scorpio. So right off the bat, I was meditating, trying to get grounded and centered for your reading and kind of seeing what I could kind of sense. And I literally heard heart chakra. I was like, okay, all right. And then I look over at my chakra incense and I have one heart chakra incense left. So I was like, clearly Libra Scorpio was like, we claim it in the name of all things balanced and deep and dark. No. It was calling for you too as well. So there is this kind of like conversation I feel that's happening within your heart space or with your heart. You could also be communicating from your heart to someone else's heart. A lot of heart to heart connections that are either activating right now for you, or that you are searching for, being open for, or opening up for. Okay, so let's go ahead and light the heart chakra incense, and then we're going to sound my singing bowl 1 to 3 times based on how I intuitively feel guided to. Okay, this would be a time where you do your grounding and gratitude practice to get centered, get settled, so that you are open to the messages that are meant for you in this moment. Mind you, this is a timeless general reading. This is not a personal reading or a private one-to-one reading. But if you are interested in that, again, you can book that with me on my website at cuspofroses.com. Okay, Libra Scorpio, I kind of feel like we're going to go on a ride. I'm not going to lie to you. This feels like I'm churning up a roller coaster right now. So let me just go ahead and prepare for what may be lingering in your energy. Yeah. Okay. Hi, Roro. Thanks for being here, love. As always, I appreciate your insight that you so lovingly share in the chat. And thank you for your presence and being one of the best moderators out there. I appreciate you. All right, let's get into this, Libra Scorpios. All right. One thing about it, Libra Scorpio, my clairaudience is really starting to intensify. And as I was doing my prayer for you all and prayer for this reading and setting the intentions, I heard movement. Movement. Whether you need to activate and get some movement in your body, whether that's a sign that things are moving forward or you're experiencing major movements and shifts in your life right now, Movement, movement, movement seems crucial. Really, 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 really important. Yeah, and as I said that, here comes the rain. A little heavier, a little harder. I just heard speak life. So the power of your tongue right now, Libra-Scorpio, is quite high. Be mindful of the things that you are saying, that you are allowing to escape your mouth, that you are using your throat chakra for. And make sure that what it is that you are saying, speaking on, speaking to, fosters, cultivates life. Meaning high vibrational energy. Be mindful of who you talk to. Mindful of what you say. I can't get away from that. There's something about communication and what you say here. There could be some things that might be biting somebody right now. Might not be you. This could be somebody in your energy, okay? Again, only take what resonates in this moment. What else? What else do I need to know prior to this astrology tarot reading for Libra, Scorpio, cusp, and placements? What else do I need to know? Be careful. That's what I just heard. Be careful, Libra, Scorpio. Cuidado. All right, you've got cardinal and you've got the first house for your pre-shuffle. Instigation, bravery, a pioneering spirit that's been coming out a lot. I think it's just because we're entering Cancer season. We're steeping ourselves deeper into that lovely fourth house, natural Cancer moon vibe energy, Chariot energy. Ah, some of you might be on the Chariot side of Cancer's energy. Movement forward. Movement, yes. With the first house, individuality, self-image, approach to life. I almost feel like Libra Scorpio, dare I say, be about it more than you talk about it right now. Like, words are not necessary. Just do it. Just be it. Just have it. Just make it. Create it. Activate it. Go. It's like somebody feels like there's no more time to play around. Maybe somebody felt like you were kind of playing around a little bit, Libra Scorpio. Maybe you knew you were kind of putzing a little bit around something here. Cardinal energy Cancer season says no more waiting, no more putzing around, Libra Scorpio. It's time to get started. It's time to, yeah, y'all, the imagery. I see these cards so much, right? This is somewhat of a new deck on my channel. For those of you that have been hanging out with me for a minute, you know that Black Moon Astrology Oracle was my ride or die, okay? We rode that thing till the wheels literally fell off. And I felt guided to get this particular astrology deck. So I'm still kind of, I see the imagery, but it speaks to me at different times. There is an egg here, and there's almost seemingly a full-grown bird emerging from the egg. There's also a candle atop a heart with wings. Individuality, self-image, and approach to life. This gives newness, rebirth, re-entering, re-emerging, re-landscaping, recreating, reinvention. Okay? So huge, huge, huge here. Especially for your first house, right? It is your house of identity. It's like the I am energy that you carry. Your rising. So your rising could be a cardinal sign as well. You could be a Cancer rising here, Libra Scorpio, which is why this season might be so intense for you if you're watching this in the now moment. Could also be an Aries rising, a Libra rising, or a Capricorn rising. If you are a Libra or a Capricorn rising watching this in the moment, those seasons are going to be maybe more connected to the energy that will come out in this particular reading, okay? And look at that. You got the house, the 12th house. That's that cusp of rebirth. So maybe even watching, for some of you, the Pisces Aries reading that I just did might be helpful as far as astrology is concerned, or just kind of what's influencing you all or the collective in the now moment. This shift from the 12th to the 1, the end to the beginning. So there's your Scorpio energy kind of subtly trying to sneak in there a little bit, I feel. The house of endings and beginnings. It's what you're very familiar with, Libra Scorpios. The end to one version of yourself, the beginning of a new one. But you're not starting off from like a baby bird type of perspective. It's not necessarily like a fresh hatchling and you're just so new and bright-eyed and bushy-tailed to the world. No, there's a full-grown bird coming out of that egg. So that tells me it's definitely a very deep spiritual rebirth you might be experiencing in this moment. And this is one where how you show up, your energy signature, how you identify is absolutely going to change and shift. You have sextile too. A combination of tension and flow, which is truly what a rebirth would be. Potential and a rewarding situation. Okay, so something good, something rewarding, something positive will come out of this rebirth that feels like it's being instigated right now. You're being catalyzed in a particular way around your own identity. I hear this like, who am I? What am I about? Why do I do what I do? What do I want to do different? What do I want to maybe do better? What do I want to keep doing that feels good and feels right and feels in alignment? So that 7 of Pentacles, kind of like self-inventory. What have I been putting my energy to? What's the reward? What's the yield? Is there anything I can do to shift that? You know what I mean? Just it feels very analytical. It definitely feels like very business-y. Some of you guys might be like in finance, and I don't know, or maybe your company is doing its fiscal year. I know some companies have their fiscal year end around the end of June and start in July. So that could be something that's like hyper present in your work reality or in your career that's also kind of syncing up with where you are spiritually in this moment. Kind of like reconciling the books, getting in those last receipts, just like making sure everything is good, right? Oh, this would also be what, the end of the second quarter? Yeah, for my business people out there. So that could be what you're doing as well. Like maybe you have taxes or something. I don't know. Why are we going down that road, Spirit? I don't know. It seems important. Something about your mundane day-to-day work life or career life or whatever it is that you do on a day-to-day is a parallel to what's happening with you energetically and spiritually. And you've got a square. Yeah, a challenging situation, a mountain to climb. So I kind of feel like this is almost past energy, this square. You've maybe been in a challenging position or a challenging spot for a minute now, Libra Scorpio. Others of you are trying to avoid a challenge or avoid creating an unnecessary mountain. Maybe that's also why I felt guided to say, like, just be careful. Be mindful of the words you speak, the things you say, because words can create obstacles for sure. Okay? Words will also reveal, is what I just heard. So maybe in the same way that Spirit's trying to guide you to say be careful with what you say, also pay attention to what's being said to you from those around you. Take the notes. You don't have to necessarily expose anything, but just note it, right? Like, you know how they say, when someone goes, oh, I'm just kidding, or oh, I'm just joking with you, like 50% of whatever was said was true to that person, or that's like a truth for them. It's kind of like that. Like someone might try to say something to you and, oh, I'm just kidding, Libra Scorpio, and it's like, where are you? It's okay. Like, again, you don't have to necessarily make a big deal about it. You just take a note. That's a mental note. All right. You revealed a little bit more of who you were, or where you're at, or how you truly feel with that statement or with that remark. But okay. You know what I mean? Like, I just kind of feel like maybe, yeah, look at you. 8th house, transformations, facing fears, legacies, karma. Yeah. So maybe that whole I'm seeing like the Knight of Swords. Maybe Libra Scorpios I'm tapped into right now are very used to kind of quick, witty comebacks, always having something to say when someone says something to you, which, you know, that's your vibe, that's your vibe, but careful going toe to toe. Sometimes you got to let people just be in their energy. You don't have to say nothing that's already understood, right? Whether they want to acknowledge that they understand it or not your problem. Yeah, I kind of get this like that first house. Yeah, okay, thank you, Divine. That first house energy naturally ruled by Aries. It's a little, you might be feeling yourself a little bit right now. Okay, yeah. Look at Aries showing up here. Mars, move forward and defend self. So that's what I'm trying to say. Some of you might feel like you have to be on the defense a little bit. Or things might be said to you to try to instigate, to try to kind of get you in a defensive stance. I just want to say be careful of what you feed into with people. Just be careful. Be careful. Because I almost feel like, do you really want war? Libra Scorpio, is that what you really, really want? With Mars being here? And don't get me wrong, setting boundaries is necessary. If somebody's pushing you and you've already said something and you feel like you got to nip it in the bud, do your thing, right? I just heard tactful. Okay, so there's a way to go about it. There's a way to do it with taste. There's a way to do it with class. Not that you aren't, but I do feel like what might be approaching you or whatever this is, it could take you to a shadowy place. It could take you to a bit of a shadowy place. So just be mindful of how you're allowing words and what other people are saying or doing or whatever interactions you're having. Careful how you will let it affect you. Yeah? Okay. Anything else before we get direct energies here, Divine? No? All right. Thank you so much for connecting me here to Libra Scorpio cusp energies and Libra Scorpio placements, as well as my soul tribe that is hanging out and tuning in. What is important for Libra Scorpio energies to know regarding their cosmic influences? How are they being guided, supported, and influenced in the now moment? Direct influences here for Libra Scorpio. You've got Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and the 5th house. Passion, play, children, confidence, and creativity. There goes that heart with the candle and the wings again. And there's another heart, half seemingly rib cage is what I would assume. Half vase with these roses with the earth. Earth energy is persistence, patience, and practicality. 5th house, we're going to enter soon in the next month and a half or so. Leo energy. You've got Trine at the bottom of the deck. Patience is the word that's like screaming out to me right now for you, Libra Scorpio. Patience. Ooh, patience. Patience with the mouth. Yeah, patience with your words. Like if you feel like you need to say something, you need to defend yourself with that Mars energy, think about it first. Like really think about what you want to say to make sure that it's actually exactly what you feel and what you want or what you desire. Try not to just fly off the handle with the mouth, because even this bird is singing. And that's what I was feeling, that playful energy, like, oh, I'm just playing with you. And it's like, I don't think Libra Scorpio's taking it like a joke. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know, Libra Scorpio, you might be a little on edge right now. Whether that is because you're going through a rebirth process and you just feel hypersensitive, which is okay and fine. Create a safe space for yourself. I just heard a low tolerance. So yeah, your tolerance for something or someone could be really, really low right now. They could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. It could be a Leo. Or your fifth house is earth energy. Okay, tell me more. Capricorn in house 9. Yes, the Sagittarius Capricorn energy here. So Capricorn's a big thing here. Big, big energy. Spiritual growth. Yeah, I guess we'll leave it. Here are your 4 for this reading. Again, Earth, the 5th house, the 9th house, and Capricorn energy. So interesting. End of the year. One thing, Neptune, if you're watching this in real time here, Neptune will be going into retrograde on June 30th and will station direct December 6th. That is Sagittarius season, pero December has that Capricorn influence regardless. Something towards the end of the year, I just heard it's only a matter of time before this hourglass runs out. Somebody has a plan, or somebody's trying to work a plan. Maybe you have a goal, especially with Earth energy and Capricorn, that could be the 10th house, your career. Maybe you have a goal, you have things you're trying to set in motion, and you're giving yourself to the end of the year, and you're maybe halfway through that. So it's kind of like, okay, how have I grown? What more do I need to do? There's just this kind of like self-check-in energy. Passion, play, children, confidence, and creativity could be whatever this energy or focus is centered on. A passion project, something that involves children, or something that just allows you to exercise your own inner child or connect with your own inner child through a creative medium. But spiritual growth is definitely here for you. Definitely present in your energy. We'll get a little deeper into that. What's at the bottom of the deck? Yeah. That's why I was feeling that. South Node. A little shadowy. Well, hey, come Leo season, the North Node, the South Node will be in Libra. So, you might be entering a time of spiritual growth here, Libra Scorpio, and you could be already tapping into what that energy is going to feel like for you. It's going to be very earthy. I can tell you that, right? With Earth and Capricorn. It's going to require your persistence. It's going to require your patience. It's going to require you to be very practical, where maybe you haven't been so practical. Maybe you've been more playful, more imaginative. And Spirit's like, okay, all of that is beautiful and wonderful, but what's the practical plan? Let's figure that out. North Node Aries, South Node Libra. So a time of spiritual growth is headed your way. And it's going to further ascend you out of your South Node energy and towards your North Node placement. Your North Node could be in an Earth sign, hence all the Earth energy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, possibly Capricorn North Node. Which would mean the, look at that. Which would mean the South Node, or your South Node, if your North Node is in Capricorn, your South Node is in Cancer. So hence this season might be a bit intense. Destined to release, though, with the South Node. So whatever is surfacing here for you, Libra Scorpio, you're absolutely meant to be working through that in this moment. It's a part of your tree of life. It's a part of your soul's journey. And I think what is interesting about this is that you want to be in that 5th house energy. You want to be exploring your passions and playful and almost childlike and just confident and just kind of like, let me just want to have fun. Like, I don't want to necessarily deal with all this heaviness. Yeah, definitely go watch the Pisces Aries reading. Definitely go do that if you feel called to. But yet, can we fully control when the stars and the universe calls us to evolve? Not really. You can avoid it, you can ignore it, but it's only going to get more troublesome for you, right? Especially if it's a part of your blueprint, especially if it's destined now. Not necessarily fated, fate can change, but if it's destined, oh yeah, you're not escaping that or escaping this South Node energy here, Libra Scorpio. It's time to face the music, is what I just heard. Capricorn brings in ambition, realism. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what you're fighting, the realism and methodical steps. And it's almost kind of like, I don't necessarily want to be a realist about this. I want to be an optimist. I want to be a ninth house, right? I want to be Jupiter. I want to be highly optimistic. It's going to be cool, whatever. I want to be in that fire. But you're being grounded almost. Like, I have to keep it real with you, Libra Scorpio. Love you, love you, love you. But it does feel like Spirit's saying, okay, let's get real about what you've been singing about, what you've been saying. It's almost kind of like you've maybe been talking the talk, and it's time to walk the walk, spiritual growth. Don't shoot the messenger. Love you, Scorpio. Hi, GD. Hi, Cruzeal. Thanks for being here. Oh, you have a Capricorn North Node. There you go. I knew somebody out there. Oh, Capricorn North Node as well, Aurora. That makes total sense. So, am I missing anybody? Nah. Hey, y'all. Thanks for being here. You know, this is the season to do this work, though. So, again, dig into it. That would be my encouragement for you, Libra Scorpio. Dig into it now so you don't got to do it later. Okay? So you can get back to that fifth house energy and be playful and creative and confident. Okay? So tell me more here, Spirit. For Libra Scorpios, what's going on with this earth energy? This fifth house energy? Yeah, come on now. Love what I do. I love it so much. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you. Knight of Swords and the Lovers. Tell me about Capricorn energy too, Spirit. Earth, the fifth house, the ninth house, and Capricorn. There's that Knight of Swords. That's what I was seeing in my mind's eye. Here's the talk. Here's the walk. And I say that, Libra Scorpio, knowing that you can do it. Knowing that you're very, very capable of walking this walk. I just think you've had a lot of fun being the bird singing, and you know, it feels good to say these things, and it feels good to kind of articulate it and get the words out there. You've done that work very beautifully. And it's the Capricorn North Node that's like, all right, let's get a plan about that though. Like, let's really solidify it. So, and honestly, with the fifth house here, I really do feel like this spiritual growth might not be as dark and as heavy and as like strenuous and stressful as maybe your previous growth cycles have been. Yeah, look at that 10 of Cups, bottom of the deck. It might not be that way, yet the history in your cells, in your bones, is sensing, uh-oh, here comes spiritual growth. I can feel it. Oh gosh, okay. Last time it was so dark, it was so heavy. It's like you're almost kind of like pep talking yourself a little bit, or your higher self is trying to get you ready. And I think it's the mind that's just remembering the tougher cycles that you've been through. I kind of feel like, though, not gonna lie, even though Capricorn's here and it's Saturn energy, I kind of feel like this might be a growth cycle that actually could be fun. Yeah. Could it be fun? And what would maybe make it fun is your mindset is so different now. So it's no longer fearing the storm as it comes. It's like, oh shoot, here comes the storm. Thank you, Divine. That's the roller coaster I felt like we were going up. Like, I don't know about y'all if you like roller coasters or not. I enjoy them. I love them a lot. But it never fails. The whole climb up to the first drop, I second guess my decisions. I'm like, what is wrong with me? Why do I put myself through these things? Like, I'm freaking out because, of course, I'm looking down, and you should never do that. But, you know, I freak out, but then I have the time of my life, but I freak out, though. Do you know what I mean? I think that's what's happening. It's like you're churning up. You could feel it in your gut. You're like, oh my God, this is a really steep drop. Oh, my stomach's going to fall. Oh gosh, why do I do this? Freaking out, freaking out, freaking out. And then you go down the first drop and then you're having the time of your life. You're like, woo, screaming. You stare in the camera for the picture. You know what I mean? Like you're enjoying yourself. That's what this kind of feels like. Yeah, you got the Emperor. Honestly, Libra-Scorpio, you've gained so much wisdom. I really do feel like this spiritual growth season or whatever's coming out of your South Node for you right now, I'm not going to say it's going to be a piece of cake, but you're much more in control. You're much more balanced. You're much more rooted in the lover's energy than I think you were in the past. So lean into that, trust into that, and just kind of let this season of spiritual growth kind of overtake you a little bit, but from that mindset, like you've been through worse, is what I guess I can say in so many words. You've been through worse. All right, let's get into this. Tell me about this earth energy for Libra Scorpio. Whoa. Did y'all, I don't know if y'all saw how that card just flipped out like that, but the Two of Wands, Aries energy. I have a feeling the Aries Taurus reading I'm about to do might be one you would want to tune into as well, Libra Scorpio. Tell me about this earth energy and the Two of Wands, the Two of Cups. Ooh. Now, for earth to be about persistence, patience, and practicality, there could be a Two of Cups connection in a relationship that you might want to manifest, that you might want to pursue or go towards, but there's a requirement for patience, but more or less the practical part. Like in theory, it sounds good and it feels good. And when you think of it, it's like that would be amazing and wonderful and lovely. And then I feel like that's when Capricorn comes in and says, okay, so what's the methodical steps to make that Two of Cups a thing? This doesn't necessarily even have to be a relationship, although the lovers did come out, like a romantic one. This could be a platonic one. This could be somebody you want to be friends with, someone you want to get to know better. This could also be somebody who might be trying to forge a path towards you. Ooh. Le Tower. Crown chakra awakening. That's Mars energy. So some of you, this spiritual growth might pull you out of a tower, and towers happen unexpectedly, so it might activate your fight or flight. Okay, I get it. It might activate your fight or flight. Like literally, move forward or defend myself. Do I defend this tower or do I move on from it? Because I feel like I've said that before on my channel, and maybe not in your read, and maybe it was. I can't necessarily remember. But even though the tower comes in, yes, it's divine intervention, but sometimes people will pick those bricks up and rebuild that exact same tower all over again. Redo the cycle. As opposed to see the horizon for what it is and look forward for the signs on where to go next. So this might be a test here, Libra Scorpio, for you on how well you can pay attention to the signs and how well you can read them. Is this a tower that needs to be rebuilt? Or is it a tower that you need to move on from? Is this something, a structure, a pillar, a paradigm, a perspective, an idea, a thought, a passion, something that you were doing creatively? Is this something that you need to rebuild, reconfigure, or move on from? Two of Wands and the Two of Cups are beginner energies as well. Aries, and I want to say Cancer is the Two of Cups. So that's maybe where this discernment, and maybe that is, this tower is a test of your spiritual growth. The Ten of Swords, and that's what might be the cloud. Yeah. So for some of you, this earth energy could be someone tethered or something tethered to your south node, your karmic patterning that you're being challenged with. Sun and Gemini energy here with the Ten of Swords that you're being challenged to overcome and transcend mentally. Your approach, your view, how you think about something. Being practical about it might create the Ten of Swords. Because it almost gives me this energy like you want to be really lighthearted about something, but yet, come on, the Knight of Swords just wants to be here. Wants to be here. What I was saying, this could be something that you want to feel very lighthearted about, but when you look at it through a practical lens, you know it needs to end. You know it's done, or you know it's over. With the Ten of Swords, that's also another point of no return card. You don't fall back into the 9 from the 10. You can only go to the Ace of Swords or the Page of Swords. Six of Wands. There's that Leo energy. So this could have been something that you once had a lot of confidence in, you once had a lot of excitement around, or a lot of good feeling energy about, especially with the Knight of Swords, clarifying Earth, and the 5th house. It's like someone could be saying something to you in a playful tone, in a playful way, and it doesn't land like that. Yeah, with the Magician, maybe feeling like somebody's, come on now, your walk, cause period. Okay? Listen, love what I do. I love this. I love reading for y'all. Magician, the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. Now, the aces are always connected to the Magician and the Pages. But for that Queen of Swords, Libra Scorpio energy, this is you. It's almost kind of like this is what feels like someone is saying to you, saying that they have an Ace of Cups or is like offering something to you. And I don't know, Ten of Swords, if you trust it. So your trust meter could be going like all over the place. Someone could be saying they want to have a new start with you, a new beginning with you, this, that, and the third. And you're sitting there in your Queen of Swords energy like, yeah, show me proof though. Because what I won't allow is another sword in my back. I have no more room for your betrayal. Like, that's what it kind of gives. I have no more room for that. So if you're real about it, be real about it. If not, move on, right? It's like, do I defend this? Do I kind of allow this person to maybe defend themselves? Whatever that might be. But mind you, that Tower came in. So you're definitely more aware about something regarding this earth energy. Okay, something you've either been very patient or practical about or persistent with. Now, the Magician with the 2 aces says you might be feeling motivated, inspired to create something new. Create something that sits more in a logical space. Something that you might more okay, I guess I'll say it like that, but might more easily find victory with the Six of Wands. But it's like there's also this desire and this need to be acknowledged, or wanting to have some sort of appreciation flow your way with the Six of Wands, clarifying like the fifth house. It's like I want to be seen for my passions and my playful energy, or just kind of like my confidence and my creativity. I want that to bring me some sort of acknowledgement, awareness, victory, and success, which there's nothing wrong with that. Master creation here though with the Magician. So maybe in order to solidify this Six of Wands, there has to be a new awareness, clearly with the Ten of Swords. So that tells me here, Libra Scorpio, you will be starting back over at the one, the Ace of Swords. And that this Ace of Cups needs to be a part of the passion, the play, the confidence, and creative effort or persistence you're putting out there in order to have the success you need or you desire. Okay, I'll put it back. If it comes back out, we know it's meant. Tell me more though about this Six of Wands in the fifth house. Five of Swords and the Strength. Okay, so then what part of you is believing that that's not possible or you can't do it? What are the voices in your mind that tell you you're not strong enough or you're not capable? That's what maybe needs to be checked a little bit. Strength in the Five of Swords. You have to kind of overcome the opinions of others or caring about what other people say. That's why you would have to start over at the Ace of Swords, because I do feel like your personal truth has maybe been lost in the shuffle here a bit when it comes to whatever you've been persistently pursuing or attempting to communicate about or around or to, with that Knight of Swords energy. Again, in that first house, approach to life. Maybe it's all in your approach, Libra Scorpio. Maybe it's your approach that's been a bit hard to read for somebody, is what I just heard. And so maybe that's why the Mars energy is present. It's like you either reconstruct the approach or you move on. But however this has been going on, whatever you've been doing in this energy or with this earth and whatever this might be, has to change, because it's not necessarily yielding you the results that I think you wanted to manifest, especially with the Ten of Swords here. Two of Wands could also be that planning approach stage. I'm going to plan, how am I going to approach setting this intention around maybe a Two of Cups connection. Again, it doesn't have to be romantic. It can be a friend. It can be a career, right? It could be an opportunity you're trying to align yourself with or for. Knight of Swords also might say how you put yourself out there is important. How you articulate yourself and or how you present yourself is important. But it's more or less focused on the words. Okay, interesting. Tell me more about this Six of Wands. Okay, there's the King of Swords. I just heard making a wise choice and a wise decision. Deck is getting a little chunky here. All right, so there could be a little tension. Maybe that was that tension and flow, that sextile energy with having to deal with this or face this. Okay, tell me more about the decision that has to be made here for the fifth house. Yeah, the Page of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles. Maturing the Ace of Pentacles. What are you putting your focus, your time, your energy into? And is it building the proper foundation for you? Yeah, Moon in Libra, Two of Swords. I don't know. It's kind of where I feel like you're at. And I really do feel like you're in the Two of Swords around this passion, playful, creative energy, because there is maybe a little bit more spiritual growth that wants to happen for you in order to bring in the clarity of the Ace of Swords and bring in that feeling of the Ace of Cups, which might be the last two aces you need here, Libra Scorpio, to fully manifest a new reality with that Magician that peeked its way out. Okay, they're wanting me to go back to the Ten of Swords. Somebody is just very, very up in their head about whatever this Two of Wands, Two of Cups situation is. And that is what's causing the dark cloud. The Knight of Swords could also be an impulse to say things that you don't mean out of frustration. Definitely if you're dealing with the Ten of Swords, if you're feeling the Ten of Swords, feeling frustrated. So just kind of like saying things out of frustration that, again, maybe aren't really true to how you feel, Libra Scorpio. I think that's why I was getting like, be careful with your words. Think about it before you say it. Make sure it truly reflects what it is that you absolutely feel. Spend time getting the right words before you just let it fly out. So communication is a large part of this spiritual growth for this collective of Libra Scorpios, and you've got the Four of Cups. And that's the energy I was feeling too of, I don't want to do the spiritual growth right now. I want to be in the Three of Cups. I want to be celebrating. I want to be having lighthearted energy and fun and be carefree. I don't want to have to do this heavy or what might seem like heavy lifting with this spiritual growth. Four of Cups. Distraction. Or, the perception of luxury. Meaning, okay, I'm not sure how this is going to resonate. Oh, but there's the Emperor. But I feel like I gotta say what's coming through. Okay. What I mean by the perception of luxury is you have the Three of Cups in front of you. You then also now have the hand of the divine offering you a cup. And you know what would push this into the five is the idea or the energy of, I got options. I don't have to pick one over the other. I can have my cake and eat it too. Not saying that that is the energy that you're in. That could be the energy that's on the other side of this Two of Cups. Only take it as it resonates. But maybe whoever is in this Four of Cups is in that energy for not only their own spiritual growth, but for the spiritual growth of the other person. It is also giving me like feeling unseen, unheard, unrecognized, unacknowledged. Again, that's what I mean. You were looking for acknowledgement in some way, and it's not happening, or it didn't come in the way that you thought it would. So it's like making you second guess yourself, or it's making you double-minded a bit with the Two of Swords. A little indecisive around, do I move on from this, or do I defend my stance? Some of you might feel like you will have more success if you invest in something new, Page of Pentacles. If you start over or you do something differently. Others of you, I feel like you want to double down on what this Two of Cups, Two of Wands situation is. But being that somebody is in the Four of Cups, when it comes to this Two of Cups energy, it's like making someone, just kind of second guess whether or not this should continue or not. Interesting, a lot of twos here. So 222 could be a number synchronicity for you that you might begin to see after watching this reading. It might ramp up for you a little bit more. Trying to find balance though, the twos, duality. Here's the one side, here's the other. How do we balance the two? So tell me more about the Four of Cups. Come on now. The Three of Cups, yeah. That tells me that that's where you want to be. You want to be in the Three of Cups. You want to be in, again, that lighthearted energy, celebrating, having fun, connecting with people, not necessarily taking things too seriously or seriously at all. Playful, passion, creative, childlike. Yet, an Ace of Cups calls, because you did have that come out. Again, it's like Spirit saying, okay, Libra Scorpio, it's time for this spiritual growth. And it looks like it's going to be in your heart energy or your soul energy. Hence the heart chakra that we burn for you. There it is. Spiritual growth beyond the Three of Cups. And it's the Four of Cups could also be that in-between world. It's another in-between. I haven't let go of the Three of Cups yet, but I haven't also fully embraced this fourth cup that the divine is bringing in. So I'm going to just act like I don't see the fourth cup. Maybe acknowledge it sometimes, maybe not, dip in and out of it, and then see how long we can make that last. Because Two of Swords, it's like somebody doesn't want to make a decision, and or they've either already made the decision, or this is you, Libra Scorpio, with the King of Swords. It's like, I know what I want to invest in. I know what I want to give my time to. I know what I want to study and learn more about, and almost kind of foster a deeper commitment towards. And some of you know it's this Ace of Cups. But is the Three of Cups enticing you, Libra Scorpio? Is the Three of Cups calling you in? Something about that Three of Cups maybe feels hard to let go of, or hard to kind of move on from. I mean, it's fun. It's playful energy for sure. But a higher calling, especially with the 9th house, a higher calling is definitely ringing your line right now. I just don't know if, like, I don't think you guys are fully sold on, let me say it like this. I think you know you need to head down that path. I just don't know that you're sold on that's what you want to do. So this could even be that strength energy, the battle of your higher self and your more instinctual shadow nature. Your raw instincts. Instinctually, you want to stay in the Three of Cups. But your spirit is saying, no, yeah, there you go. Your spirit is saying, no, you need to embrace this fourth cup and let the Three Cups spill out. Up. And you've also got the Fool. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. Why? And there's the Strength card. Why would we burn a heart chakra for you if your heart chakra didn't need to open and get balanced and not hold on to things that will eventually have to be let go of anyway? And that's where I maybe was getting, it's better to do it now, Libra Scorpio, than to do it later. It's better to jump off that cliff now than to do it later. Justice is here. It's you in major arcana energy, your Libra dynamic. I almost Spirit's just gonna keep bringing something about roller coasters. Is maybe this whole thing of the Two of Wands, the Two of Cups with this earth energy has been a bit of a roller coaster for you. But I almost feel like that's what this Fool card is. It's like climbing up the cliff, kind of like you go up the incline, you just churn and you churn and you tug until you get to the top. And here you are, Libra Scorpio, at the top being like, I want to go back to the Four of Pentacles. I don't want to do this. Excuse me for laughing, because that's exactly how I feel every single time I get to the top of the roller coaster. I'm like, I want to go back. Let me off of this thing. This is psycho. Who does this? Clearly me, and clearly a whole bunch of other people. But, and I almost kind of feel like too, it's like, yes, this is where you are in this moment. But like I said earlier, seemingly you got the 10 of Cups. Like there's a lot of good or a lot of fun or a lot of excitement to be had once you go down the hill, once you go off the cliff, once you go through that first drop of the roller coaster. Oh, and then again, for my North Node Capricorns, your Cancer being your South Node, your comfort zone can sometimes be a bit of a setback and a holdback for you. Because you get so cozy and it's so nurturing and it's so warm and it's just so everything. But sometimes little birdie's got to fly. It's like a nest. It's nesting. You've nested yourself into something that's been really warm, really great for you. It's like, why fix or change something that's not technically broken? You know, that's a bit of the challenge with that South Node. But I feel like there is this more adventurous or this more curious or because you got the Emperor that came out twice. I'll say even rebellious energy in you that wants to spring out. Ambition, yeah. If Capricorn's your North Node, there's this ambitious side of you that wants to have a new beginning, wants to have a shot at it. It's like, come on, Libra Scorpio, let's go on this roller coaster. Let's just do it. Do the drop. And it's that South Node that's like, no, I think I'm actually cool here on the ground. Don't have to have the excitement. I'm peachy keen where I'm at. Either way, a decision will have to be made if it hasn't been made already. Again, we did see the Tower, so Spirit might have something to say here, Libra Scorpio. Don't be surprised if your comfort zone gets disrupted, because that's just a not so subtle nudge from Spirit that you need to get off of that cliff and jump and trust that what? The divine will catch you. You're gonna have fun. You are. I think it's gonna be good for you. It's just scary now. It's just scary. That's okay. Tell me more about this Capricorn energy. Yeah, come on. I'm trying to tell you. The ambitions are keeping you up at night. That spirit of ambition is like making plans, like, oh, trying to cultivate all the methodical steps. We're going to do this, and we're going to do that, and then I'm going to do this. And then 3 months from now, maybe that's why I brought up whole like end of the fiscal year, end of second quarter. It's like some of you are planning like that. It's keeping you up at night. And some of you are trying to fight it. Like, I don't want to think about this right now. I don't want to do it. Yeah, 7 of Swords. Almost like not really wanting to get your hopes up about whatever this ambition is. I don't want to deceive myself. I just heard a seed that was planted. Interesting. Hold on. What's that about, Spirit? Somebody planted a seed or something planted a seed in your mind, and it's grown from the 7 to the 9. Like, it's really not even from the 7 to the 9, from 2 to the 7 to the 9 to the 10 to the Knight to the King to Justice. It's like, yeah, some seed, something worded, words was planted in you maybe a while ago, and it's grown. It's absolutely grown. It's grown to the point where you're seriously considering this, or you're seriously thinking about it even when you don't want to be. That spirit of ambition. It's hard to quiet. It's hard to tame. And I don't think it wants to be tamed, and I don't think it needs to be tamed, Libra Scorpio. Tell me more about the Nine of Swords and the Seven of Swords. Clarify the Nine of Swords and the Seven of Swords here for Libra Scorpio. It's all a matter of perspective. The Hangman. Enlightenment. Some of you are going to have like a aha moment. Like, I got it. I see it now. I get it. It's a part of your scales balancing. It's a part of your justice. Some of you, this ambition has been upheld or put on pause or held up by either your own self, your own doing, which is kind of the premise of the Hangman, that, you know, this man has hung himself upside down so he could see something new from a different point of view. Nobody did that to him. This is taking the time to pause, think about it, plan it, make sure it's in alignment with what you truly want. It's like whatever that seed that was planted, it's gotten to that point where now you have to figure out how to cultivate this thing. Almost as if you plant a seed or a couple of seeds, you grow a garden, but you never do any pruning. It'll be overgrown and wild. I think that's where you're at right now. Whatever the seed that was planted has overgrown and become wild in your mind. And so now it's like, okay, well, how do I get to the parts that I need to keep? How do I maintenance this? How do I now build a system of cultivation around this ambition that you have? You started out with the Two of Wands, so that's par for course. Oi, I did not clarify the Four of Cups and the Three of Cups. I feel like every card is placed where they need to be, but that just caught me. Okay, tell me more about the spiritual growth. Clarify the Four of Cups and the Three of Cups for spiritual growth. For Libra Scorpio, clarify the Four of Cups. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. Interesting. Queen of Pentacles. Acknowledging that fourth cup steps you deeper into that garden. That's what I was kind of, yeah, it's like it acknowledges that there is a seed here that has been planted. Maybe that's why we had to go there first to kind of come back around to this. Whatever this spiritual growth is, I do feel like it's going to heal your finances. So meaning you're jumping from the Page of Pentacles surrounding this passion, this creativity, to the Queen of Pentacles due to the spiritual growth that you're being presented with right now to either choose or not choose. But that would require your truth, you knowing your truth, you knowing what's in alignment for you. And that's why maybe I was saying, yeah, some of you might have to start back over at the Ace or reclaim your Ace of Swords to be able to move forward. All right, let's clarify these swords then. Let's talk about it. Knight of Swords, Two of Swords, and Justice. All air energy for your in-betweens and your bridges. What's going on with this Knight of Swords? Because it kept coming out. What do you need to say, Knight of Swords? Look at how that card flew. The Four of Wands. Aries energy. Pisces Aries energy. is what I just heard. So again, some of y'all, the Pisces Aries reading might be necessary. Communication about a contract, about a union. Two of Cups is there too. So what someone has to say about participating in this connection or whatever this relationship is, again, doesn't have to be romantic. Could be a friendship, could be a business partnership, could be a family relationship. Take it how it resonates. Yeah. Some of you are trying to avoid being disappointed. Some of you definitely want to avoid seeing those 3 cups spill over. Some of you, that Ace of Cups is connected to a Queen of Pentacles. Some of you don't want to regret choosing the cup from the divine, which is real and valid. Real and valid. Because sometimes a lot of that energy is unknown. I don't know. It's the unknown that I think has a grip on you a little bit. It's being really cozy with where you are, you know, not really wanting to venture outside of that. And I feel like that's more or less on a subconscious level, because you might even in reality, in consciousness, be saying, 2 of Wands, I'm ready for something new. I want a new path. I'm ready to do it differently. I'm ready to kind of approach life in a different way. Yet there's some aspect of yourself that hasn't caught up to that energy or isn't participating, 4 of Wands, in that energy with you. And it could be your heart. It could be, yeah, your emotional body is kind of like, do we really want a new beginning? Like, I don't know that that's what I want. So it's getting that head and heart on the same page. But you do go from the 3 to the 4 to the 5. Okay, so there is that progression here. Tell me more about justice. What is the justice? What is the balance? I just heard, what is the right thing to do? What's the right choice? Can you give any insight to Libra Scorpio on the right choice to make? Spirit's like, nope. Nope, you gotta figure it out on your own, Libra Scorpio. No, I'm just playing. Oh, look at me. Look at me doing that. So maybe that is some truth to it, right? You might have to figure it out on your own. Again, this is a general reading. If you would like a personal reading, I do offer extendeds that you can book through my website on any public live reading that I've done, even of public videos I used to do years back before I could do live readings or live streaming here on my channel. Anything you come across that felt very in tune with you or kind of in the moment, you can book a extended reading for that particular reading. You just have to input the video link. I'll rewatch it. I'll pull the oracles from that particular reading, and we'll look into how those energies specifically deal with you personally in this moment. So I don't know that I even really advertise. I don't know. Maybe I should do that. But the different types of readings that I offer on through my website. So that is one of them. If this is ringing true and this feels like it's spot on for you and you want to look into how it is specifically for you, not just this general tone, we can definitely do that, all right? 4 of Pentacles, clarifying justice. So maybe, interestingly enough, yeah, the Knight of Cups. So maybe the right thing to do could be to hold on and wait. Hold back a little bit, wait a little second, give it a moment, hangman yourself, right? Until you gain that clarity again, until you can reclaim that Ace of Swords. I wouldn't maybe make a choice or a decision or make a move just yet. That's just what I'm sensing and what I'm feeling. Again, you have sovereignty over your own life. You have free will to do what you feel is best and right for you, because you know your situation better than any other reader here, Libra Scorpio, okay? Three of Wands with the Knight of Cups. Some of you, it does look like the option and the choice might be to move on and look ahead and move forward from whatever that tower was. Whatever this Ten of Swords situation with this earth energy, it might be time to move on from it. That's the call. Judgment to clarify the South Node. Exactly. Yeah. That's what you might feel right now. Pluto's in retrograde, so par for course. Yeah. You're not alone. Collective is going through it, okay? So as always, you have our community here for support. Let me know how this is resonating and connecting with you in the comments down below. And we're going to get into your highest energetic outcome. I want to say they wanted me to come back because I try to peep you into how my brain works or how my site kind of works. Pulled to destined to release on the South Node card, looked back down at Judgment and said, yeah, that's the call from Spirit to say, okay, it's time for you to release something. It's time for you to let go of something. My mind naturally says, well, let go of what? The Four of Pentacles, the block on your heart chakra. Whatever is keeping you in a comfort zone that you've outgrown, Libra-Scorpio. You've outgrown a particular energy, I feel, especially with the Ten of Swords, mentally for sure. It's time to outgrow something. That's where your justice lies. That's where your balance is. I almost get to with the Hangman that the answer is a lot more simpler than how you're perceiving it to be. The solution is a lot more simpler. I don't even know if more simpler is the word. More simple. Oh, English. Don't we love to hate it? All right. Let's see what the highest energetic outcome of all of this energy might be. Wow, nice little chunk here. It's too many, but I'm going to read them off and we'll get more specifics. You do have adventure. You have miracles, patience. I told you patience was standing out for me for y'all. You've got release and you've got success. So Six of Wands, success is here. You will be successful in whatever this passion, creative endeavor is. I just feel like in order to really tap into that miracle, right? In order to really see something shift and change, there's a journey that you need to go on, and a spiritual one at that, a spiritual roller coaster, if you will. I just heard one heck of a ride. Maybe that's what it'll feel like. It will be. It'll be one heck of a ride, Libra-Scorpio. So maybe that's where you want to channel that adventure, that ambition, that curiosity. Because clearly, whatever seed was planted is only going to grow and grow and intensify more and more until you acknowledge it, until you cultivate it, until you start nurturing it. Yeah? Or start supporting it with the realism and the methodical steps. So something needs to come out of the head and into reality for you. Oi. Chunky, chunky energy. Okay. What are the highest energetic outcomes for Libra Scorpios dealing with this energy? Highest energetic outcomes for Libra Scorpios. Pleasure. Okay, like I said, Libra Scorpio might be the ride of your life. Okay? Yeah, the climb up the roller coaster is a little nerve-wracking, a little scary, but the ride of your life, best time ever, maybe. Or one heck of a ride, it's going to be worth it. Something is definitely going to be worth the journey forward. Because that's where your pleasure really is. Okay. What else? Highest energetic outcome, change. Okay. I think that's the card that talks about the clouds. You've got release. Oi. Miss Ash said, sorry, y'all. And fulfillment, right. Your true fulfillment is ahead of you, is what I just heard. It's not behind you. You haven't touched it yet. You haven't experienced it yet. Yeah, security. To further clarify, the release being over this 3 of Cups, 4 of Cups, 5 of Cups progression with the Queen of Pentacles is intense, to say the least, because I really do feel like that's like a double down on Spirit saying, take the cup. Take the cup in my hand, Libra Scorpio. Let the 3 cups fall, because what you'll realize is that what I handed you is a cup that matches your own cup. So maybe something about these 3 cups don't match the cup that would be considered your heart space. But the divine is trying to hand you a cup that does, this Queen of Pentacles. And what I think, again, you're just trying to avoid the change, that fixed energy, that Scorpio vibe, not really enjoying the change. I'm very used to my 3 cups that might not match my heart, but still, they're there and I'm used to them and we got our routine and everything is, you know what I mean? Like you got your, it's worked. Doesn't mean it can't be improved upon. Doesn't mean that it's actually the best thing for you just because it works. Yeah? All right, let's look at this. Let's go to change first. We're going to read these in alphabetical order. Dancing clouds. Throughout time, people have looked to the heavens for signs, and in the ever-changing movement, there goes that word, of the clouds, they have seen shapes and forms that seem to be direct messages from the Creator. Clouds are shape shifters. Their essence is the same, but they can change from mist to rain to ice to snow to water. The transient nature of the cloud lends the understanding that life is transitory and ever-changing. So yeah, here we go, spot on about whatever's happening in the workplace or in career, whatever transition you might be making there, or things that are transitioning is also now reflecting in your spiritual and emotional shifts. Right? Or your spiritual and your energetic energy, your aura might be going through some changes here, okay? It's okay to change your mind, okay? It's all right to change directions. You don't need to be consistent. This is the time to put the needs and expectations of others aside and listen to the beat of your own drum. That's literally what the Two of Swords asks of you. Here's what one person says, here's what someone else says, or here's what society says, here's what my family says. The moon in the crescent state, very, very creative and potent time for creativity, says, well, what does your creative instinct say? What does your inner child say? What does your higher self say, Libra Scorpio? You're holding on to what everyone else is saying and doing and thinking, but what do you say and do and think? Create your own traditions. You don't need to follow the traditions of others. You are free to express yourself and let your spirit fly. Be daring. Go beyond predictable behavior. Just because something has always been done a certain way doesn't mean that it needs to continue to be done that way. You can't control the exact circumstances of your life, but you can control what meaning you give to them. Select meanings that empower you, for this is a time to be carefree, wild, and unpredictable. Come out of that comfort zone, Libra Scorpio. Be unpredictable, change your approach to life, or just switch something up here. And that's what I mean with the progression from the 3 to the 4 to the 5. It's like, I don't want to change what's predictable, what I know very well, like the back of my hand, what I can kind of control a little bit, because the Emperor did come out quite a few times. I don't want to leave that because I can control that. What I can't control is something that the divine gives me, because the divine is in control of that. And it would force me to what? Have to surrender. Okay. Okay. Let's look at fulfillment. All right. We have the laden peach tree. The peach tree blooms early, and because of this, it's often a symbol of spring and the renewal of life. It is also the Chinese symbol of a happy marriage and fertility. In some traditions, it stands for immortality. Ripe peaches also portend fertility and a great sense of fulfillment. In Korean traditions, the peach represents happiness, riches, honors, and longevity. In the Renaissance, peaches represented the heart and love, and speaking the truth from one's heart. Fulfillment is at hand no matter what's occurring in your life. Put your attention on what is splendid, pleasurable, and luscious. Find bliss in the moment. That's that roller coaster. Love fully, deeply, without hesitation. Cherish your friendships. Fill your life with people, experiences, and places that give you delight. Let go of people and things that don't feel empowering and that drag your energy down. Could be that Ten of Swords with this earth energy. You no longer need to put the needs of others ahead of your own needs. If you've had any health issues, a ripe peach represents a return to better health. Savor your life with gusto and grace. Experience and embrace life in all its permutations. If you want to conceive a baby or a new project or start a new relationship, Two of Wands to the Two of Cups, that's fair, right? Then this card is an excellent omen for a great outcome. That's what I'm trying to say. I kind of feel like the cup that's coming from the divine, that Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords, Queen of Swords, Magician energy that we saw, is the roller coaster that the divine is trying to get you on, but it's a roller coaster of spiritual growth. Queen of Pentacles. Spiritual growth that leads to a deeper sense of self-worth. Spiritual growth that leads to a deeper security, which is at the bottom of the deck, in your material world in some way, shape, or form. Not necessarily that that's what's provided for you, but because you're now vibrating at this new spiritual growth frequency, that is what actually manifests in your reality. You get what I'm saying there? All right. So a great outcome, fulfillment, is at hand if you can release. So I want to say pleasure will come first. Ooh. Take that how you will, Libra-Scorpio, okay? We've got luscious meadow. Meadows are usually open, sunny places where flora and fauna thrive and flourish. They are havens, as the trees surrounding the meadow offer protection and shade for the grassy area. Traditionally, they are associated with openness, a gentle calm, and relaxation. They are places where the weary traveler can stop and rest to renew his spirit. A meadow is a place where people, as well as animals, gather to enjoy the simple pleasures of life. Savor your life, each and every part of it. Take pleasure in slowing down and experiencing each of your senses. Taste your food with full gusto. Inhale the sense of the world around you. Enjoy the colors and textures of your life. This is truly a stop and smell the roses card. Embrace your sensuality. Move in a languid way. Let pleasure be your password into every intimate part of your life. Allow your life to be less about being productive and more about enjoying each moment with fervor. And a radiant energy will flow through you in all directions of your life. That's this radiant energy, is this Queen of Pentacles. Capricorn, Sag Cap. Sag Cap. Didn't we not say that right? 9th house Capricorn. Queen of Pentacles. Okay. So again, that's what I'm saying. It's like in the mind, Libra Scorpio, what the divine is trying to hand you, you might not necessarily feel it's going to be a pleasurable experience, or it might be fun, or it's going to bring you that lighthearted, fifth, playful, kind of Leo energy a little bit, right? When it actually is. People don't expect fun from the Queen of Pentacles, right? Mm-hmm. You'd be surprised. I think you're going to be very, very surprised. Let's look at release. Autumn light. The cooler days and change of color in the leaves mark the seasonal change from summer to autumn. The bracing wind wildly flings the red, orange, and yellow leaves from the trees as they spiral to the dampened dark earth. Red, yellow, orange would be your root, your sacral, and your solar plexus. So maybe you need to do some lower chakra work here, Libra Scorpio. Lingering sunshine filters through the canopy of vividly colored leaves, creating an autumnal glow. Sorry, I don't know why I struggled with that. In the great cycle of life, fall is the time of letting go, just as spring is the time of new birth, and summer is the time of expansion and growth. Fall is the time of harvest. It is the time to begin the inward journey into restoring and renewing. No, I'm sorry. It's time to begin the inward journey into the restoring and renewing season of winter. So some of you, yeah, it's like it feels like winter when it's summer time. If you're over here where I'm at in the Americas, that could be the thing. It's like you were excited to build towards summer, and then here comes this kind of like inward hermit, needing to do a little bit of cleaning in the watery energy parts of you. You get what I'm trying to say? I hope so. When you receive this card, it's time to let go and surrender. Yeah, let go of situations, people, and objects that do not serve you. Let go of old, outmoded, self-limiting beliefs that drag you down. That's the Ten of Swords. This is a time of stripping away superficial distractions. Process that goes from the Three of Cups, the Four of Cups, to the Five, the stripping away of superficial distractions until you reach who you are at your core. Some of you could be the Queen of Pentacles, okay? If you're holding on to the old, Four of Pentacles, it is difficult for anything new to come into your life. Begin to clear your home and living environments of clutter. If you don't love it or use it, it's probably clutter. Clear it out of your space. It's time for a detox. To get ready for the new, you must release the old. The new is this sense of fulfillment. The new is this pleasure that I think you do want. Some of you maybe even ask for, set an intention around. Here it comes, but it's going to require release and change. And I think that's where, Libra Scorpio, you're feeling a bit conflicted, which is normal, natural, and very human. All right. But hopefully this reading gave you a little bit more insight and maybe some confirmation around how to navigate your way forward based on your own intuition. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I love to hear from you guys and how you connect and resonate with my readings. It truly, truly lights up my day when I see that notification that a new comment has been posted. So I look forward to seeing you guys in the comments. Thank you guys again for tuning in, for being here, for all of your love and support. It means so, so much to me, and I thank you for allowing me to read for you in this moment. It is an absolute honor, Libra Scorpio. All right? Thank you again to Aurora. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Marigold. I appreciate you. Thank you, Cruzeal, for tuning in. Thank you, GD, as well, for showing love to the chat. I appreciate you all so, so very much. I'm excited to read these chat comments back. Make sure you check out, again, my description box. I am also on Patreon. I have memberships here on YouTube that can give you some exclusive weekly content if you're interested. Make sure you check it out if you would like to support the readings that I do or just my energy work in general. I appreciate that, even just the consideration. All right, y'all. All of that is linked in the description box below. But I will see you, Libra Scorpio, in our next one. All right. Namaste.